saying, 6, and I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee vile, and will set thee as a virgin stock 7, and it shall come to pass, that all they that look upon thee shall flee from thee, and say, Nineveh is laid waste. Who will bemoan her whence shall I seek comforters for the age art thou better than Noaman, that was situate among the rivers, that had the waters round about her. The sea, and her wall was at the sea. 9 Ethiopia and Egypt were her strength, and it was infinite. Who then moving were thy helpers? 10 Yet was she carried away, she went into captivity. Her young children also were dashed in pieces at the head of all the street, and they cast lots for her honorable men, and all her great men were bound in chains. 11 Thou also shalt be drunken, thou shalt be hid. Thou also shalt seek a stronghold because of the enemy. 12 All thy fortresses shall be like the trees with the foot like figs. If they be shaken, they fall into the mouth of the eater. 15 Behold, thy people in the midst of thee are women. The gates of thy land are set wide open unto thine enemies. The fire hath devoured thy bars. 14 Draw thee water for the siege. Strengthen thy fortresses. Go into the prey, and tread the mortar. Make strong the brickkiln. 15 There shall the fire devour thee. The sword shall cut thee off. It shall devour thee like the cankerworm. Make thyself many as the cankerworm. Make thyself many as the locust. 16 Thou hast multiplied thy merchants above the stars of heaven. The cankerworm ravageth, and fleeth away. 17 Thy princes are as the locust, and thy marshals as the swarms of grasshoppers, which encamp in the hedges in the cold day. But when the sun ariseth they flee away, and their place is not known where they are. 18 Thy shepherds slumber, O Queen of Assyria. Thy nobles are at rest. Thy people are scattered upon the mountains, and there is none to gather them. 19 There is no assuaging of thy hurt, thy wind is grievous. All that hear the report of thee clap their hands over thee, for upon whom hath not thy wickedness passed continually? Habakkuk 1 The burden which Habakkuk the prophet did see. 2 O Jehovah, how long shall I cry, and thou wilt not hear? I cry out unto thee of violence, and thou wilt not say. 3 Why dost thou show me iniquity, and look upon perverseness? For destruction and violence are before me, and there is strife, and contention riseth up. 4 Therefore the law is slack, and justice doth never go forth, for the wicked doth compass about the righteous. Therefore justice goeth forth perverted. 5 Behold you among the nations, and look, and wonder marvelously, for I am working a work in your days, which ye will not believe, though it be told you. 6 For, lo, I raise up the Chaldeans, that bitter and hasty nation, that march through the breadth of the earth, to possess broad places that are not theirs. 7 They are terrible and dreadful, their judgment and their dignity proceed from themselves. 8 Their horses also are swifter than leopards, and are more fierce than the evening wolves, and their horsemen press proudly on. Yea, their horsemen come from far, they fly as an eagle that hasteth to devour. 9 They come all of you for battle, the son of them faces his forwards, and they drive the captive princes. 17 Yea, he scoffeth at kings, and princes are a derision unto him. He beareth every stronghold, for he heapeth up dust, and taketh it. 11 Then shall he sweep by as a wind, and shall pass over, and be guilty, even he whose might is his God. 12 Art not thou from everlasting, O Jehovah my God, my Holy One, we shall not die. O Jehovah, thou hast ordained him for judgment, and thou, O God, hast established him for correction. 15 Thou hast pure in thy judgment, O Lord, and thou hast not regarded mercy. Therefore look us down upon them that do treacherously. Look us thou peace when the wicked sorrow doth inherit it from a righteous people. 14 The Lord hath made us sufficient in the sea, as the water contains, that have no rule over them. 15 He taketh up all of them with the hammer, he catcheth them with his net, and hath opened them. Habakkuk 1 The burden which Habakkuk the prophet did see. 2 O Jehovah, how long shall I cry, and thou wilt not hear? I cry out unto thee of violence, and thou wilt not say. 3 Why dost thou show me iniquity, and look upon perverseness? For destruction and violence are before me, and there is strife, and contention riseth up. 4 Therefore the law is slack, and justice doth never go forth, for the wicked doth compass about the righteous. Therefore justice goeth forth perverted. 5 Behold ye among the nations, and look, and wonder marvelously, for I am working a work in your days, which ye will not believe, though it be told you. 6 For, lo, I raise up the Chaldeans, that bitter and hasty nation, that march through the breadth of the earth, to possess dwelling places that are not theirs. 7 They are terrible and dreadful. Their judgment and their dignity proceed from themselves. 8 Their horses also are swifter than leopards, and are more fierce than the evening wolves, and their horsemen press proudly on. Yea, their horsemen come from far. They fly as an eagle that hasteth to devour. 9 They come all of them for violence. The set of their faces is forwards, and they gather captives as the sand. 10 Yea, he scoffeth at kings, and princes are a derision unto him. He derideth every stronghold, for he heapeth up dust, and taketh it. 11 Then shall he sweep by as a wind, and shall pass over, and be guilty, even he whose might is his God. 12 Art not thou from everlasting, O Jehovah my God, my Holy One? We shall not die. O Jehovah, thou hast ordained him for judgment, and thou, O Rock, hast established him for correction. 13 Thou that art of purer eyes than to behold evil, and that canst not look on perverseness, wherefore lookest thou upon them that deal treacherously, and holdest thy peace when the wicked swalloweth up the man that is more righteous than he. 14 And makest men as the fishes of the sea, as the creeping things, that have no ruler over them. 15 He taketh up all of them with the angle, he catcheth them in his net, and gathereth them in his drag, therefore he rejoiceth and is glad. 16 Therefore he sacrificeth unto his net, and burneth incense unto his drag, because by them his portion is fat, and his food plenteous. 17 Shall he therefore empty his net, and spare not to slay the nations continually. Habakkuk 2:1 I will stand upon my watch, and set me upon the tower, and will look forth to see what he will speak with me, and what I shall answer concerning my complaint. 2 And Jehovah answered me, and said, Write the vision, and make it plain upon tablets, that he may run that readeth it. 3 For the vision is yet for the appointed time, and it hasteth toward the end, and shall not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not delay. For behold, his soul is puffed up, it is not upright in him, but the righteous shall live by his faith. 5 Yea, moreover, wine is treacherous, a haughty man, that keepeth not at home, who enlargeth his desire as Sheol, and he is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. 6 Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, Woe to him that increaseth that which is not, is how long, and that laddeth himself with pledges. 7 Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booty unto them. 8 Because thou hast plundered many nations, all the remnant of the people shall plunder thee, because of men's blood, and for the violence done to the land, to the city, and to all that dwell therein. 9 Woe to him that getteth an evil gain for his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the hand of evil. 10 Thou hast devised shame to thy house, by cutting off many peoples, and hast sinned against thy soul. 11 For the stone shall cry out of the wall, and the beam out of the timber shall answer it. 12 Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, and establisheth a city by iniquity. 13 Behold, is it not of Jehovah of hosts that the peoples labor for the fire, and the nations weary themselves for vanity? 14 For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of Jehovah, as the waters cover the sea. 15 Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, to thee that addest thy venom, and makest him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness. 16 Thou art filled with shame, and not glory, drink thou also, and be as one uncircumcised. The cup of Jehovah's right hand shall come round unto thee, and foul shame shall be upon thy glory. 17 For the violence done to Lebanon shall cover thee, and the destruction of the beasts, which made them afraid, because of men's blood, and for the violence done to the land, to the city, and to all that dwell therein. 18 What profiteth the graven image, that the maker thereof hath graven it, the molten image, even the teacher of lies, that he that fashioneth its form trusteth therein, to make dumb idols. 19 Woe unto him that saith to the wood, Awake, to the dumb stone, Arise, shall this teach? Behold, it is overlaid with gold and silver, and there is no breath at all in the midst of it. 20 But Jehovah is in his holy temple, let all the earth keep silence before him. Habakkuk 3:1 A prayer of Habakkuk the prophet, said to Shigionoth. 2 O Jehovah, I have heard the report of thee, and am afraid. O Jehovah, revive thy work in the midst of the years, in the midst of the years make it known. In wrath remember mercy. 3 God came from Teman, and the Holy One from Mount Paran, Selah. His glory covered the heavens, and the earth was full of his praise. 4 And his brightness was as the light, he had rays coming forth from his hand, and there was the hiding of his power. 5 Before him went the pestilence, and fiery bolts went forth at his feet. 6 He stood, and measured the earth, he beheld, and drove asunder the nations, and the eternal mountains were scattered, the everlasting hills did bow. His goings were as of old. 7 I saw the tents of Cushan in affliction. The curtains of the land of Midian did tremble. 8 Was Jehovah displeased with the rivers? Was thine anger against the rivers, or thy wrath against the sea, that thou didst ride upon thy horses? Upon thy chariots of salvation. 9 Thy bow was made quite bare. The oaths to the tribes were a sure word. Selah. Thou didst cleave the earth with rivers. 10 The mountains saw thee, and were afraid. The tempest of waters passed by. The deep uttered its voice, and lifted up its hands on high. 11 The sun and moon stood still in their habitation, at the light of thine arrows as they went, at the shining of thy glittering spear. 12 Thou didst march through the land in indignation. Thou didst thresh the nations in anger. 13 Thou wentest forth for the salvation of thy people, for the salvation of thine anointed. Thou wandest the head out of the house of the wicked man, laying bare the foundation even unto the neck. Selah. 14 Thou didst pierce with his own staves the head of his warriors. They came as a whirlwind to scatter me. Their rejoicing was as to devour the poor secretly. 15 Thou didst tread the sea with thy horses, the heap of mighty waters. 16 I heard, and my body trembled. My lips quivered at the voice. Rottenness entereth into my bones, and I tremble in my place, because I must wait quietly for the day of trouble, for the coming up of the people that invadeth us. 17 For though the fig tree shall not flourish, neither shall fruit be in the vines, the labor of the olive shall fail, and the fields shall yield no food. The flock shall be cut off from the fold, and there shall be no herd in the stalls. 18 Yet I will rejoice in Jehovah, I will joy in the God of my salvation. 19 Jehovah, the Lord, is my strength, and he maketh my feet like hinds' feet, and will make me to walk upon my high places. Zephaniah 1 The word of Jehovah which came unto Zephaniah the son of Cushi, the son of Gedaliah, the son of Amariah, the son of Hezekiah, in the days of Josiah.
I am not using the app today. Yes, I need 2 bacon, egg, and cheese bagels.
Okay.
And 1 sausage, egg, and cheese bagel.
2 bacon, egg, and cheese, and 1 sausage, egg, and cheese. Okay, what else?
That's all.
Okay, 16:35 and 23. Thank you.
Thank you. You need a camera over there facing this way.
Man from off the face of the ground, saith Jehovah. For and I will stretch out my hand upon Judah, and upon all the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and I will cut off the remnant of Baal from this place, and the name of the Chemering with the priests. 5 And them that worship the host of heaven upon the housetops, and them that worship, that swear to Jehovah and swear by Mount Can. 6 And them that are turned back from following Jehovah, and those that have not sought Jehovah, nor inquired after him. 7 Hold thy peace at the presence of the Lord Jehovah, for the day of Jehovah is at hand. For Jehovah hath prepared a sacrifice. He hath consecrated his festival, which shall come to pass in the day of Jehovah's sacrifice, and I will punish the princes, and the king's sons, and all such as are clothed with foreign apparel. 9 And in that day I will punish all those that leap over the threshold, that fill their master's house with violence and deceit. 10 And in that day, saith Jehovah, there shall be the noise of a cry from the fish gate, and the wailing from the second quarter, and the great crashing from the hills. 11 Wail, ye inhabitants of Naphtali, for all the people of Canaan are unblind. All they that were laden with silver are cut off. 12 And it shall come to pass at that time, that I will search Jerusalem with lance, and I will punish the men that are settled on their leave. I'll say in their heart, Jehovah will not do good, neither will he do evil. 13 And their wealth shall become a spoil, and their houses a desolation. Yeah, they shall build houses, but shall not inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyards,
Next one.
but shall not drink the wine. Selah. 14 The great day of Jehovah is near, it is near and hasteth greatly, even the doors of the day of Jehovah. The mighty man cleave there bitterly. 15 That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness. 16 A day of the trumpet and alarm, against the fortified cities, and against the high battlements. 17 And I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against Jehovah, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as dung. 18 Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of Jehovah's wrath, but the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy, for he will make an end, yea, a terrible end, of all them that dwell in the land. Zephaniah 2:1 Gather yourselves together, yea, gather together, O nation that hath no shame. 2 Before the decree bring forth, before the day passes the chaff, before the fierce anger of Jehovah come upon you, before the day of Jehovah's anger come upon you. 3 Seek ye Jehovah, all ye meek of the earth, that have kept his ordinances. Seek righteousness, seek meekness, it may be ye will be hid in the day of Jehovah's anger. 4 For Gaza shall be forsaken, and Ashkelon a desolation, they shall drive out Ashdod at noonday, and Ekron shall be rooted up. 5 Woe unto the inhabitants of the sea coast, the nation of the Cherethites. The word of Jehovah is against you, O Canaan, the land of the Philistines. I will destroy thee, that there shall be no inhabitant. 6 And the sea coast shall be pastures, with cottages for shepherds and folds for flocks. 7 And the coast shall be for the remnant of the house of Judah, they shall feed their flocks thereupon. In the houses of Ashkelon shall they lie down in the evening, for Jehovah their God will visit them, and bring back their captivity. 8 I have heard the reproach of Moab, and the revilings of the children of Ammon, wherewith they have reproached my people, and magnified themselves against their border. 9 Therefore as I live, saith Jehovah of hosts, the God of Israel, surely Moab shall be as Sodom, and the children of Ammon as Gomorrah, a possession of nettles, and salt pits, and a perpetual desolation. The residue of my people shall make a prey of them, and the remnant of my nation shall inherit them. 10 This shall they have for their pride, because they have reproached and magnified themselves against the people of Jehovah of hosts. 11 Jehovah will be terrible unto them, for he will famish all the gods of the earth, and men shall worship him, every one from his place, even all the isles of the nations. 12 Ye Ethiopians also, ye shall be slain by my sword. 13 And he will stretch out his hand against the north, and destroy Assyria, and will make Nineveh a desolation, and dry like the wilderness. 14 And herds shall lie down in the midst of her, all the beasts of the nations, both the pelican and the porcupine shall lodge in the capitals thereof. Their voice shall sing in the windows, desolation shall be in the thresholds, for he hath laid bare the cedar work. 15 This is the joyous city that dwelt carelessly, that said in her heart, I am, and there is none besides me. How is she become a desolation, a place for beasts to lie down in? Every one that passeth by her shall hiss, and wag his hand. Zephaniah 3:1 Woe to her that is rebellious and polluted, to the oppressing city. 2 She obeyed not the voice, she received not correction, she trusted not in Jehovah, she drew not near to her God. 3 Her princes in the midst of her are roaring lions, her judges are evening wolves, they leave nothing till the morrow. 4 Her prophets are light and treacherous persons, her priests have profaned the sanctuary, they have done violence to the law. 5 Jehovah in the midst of her is righteous, he will not do iniquity, every morning doth he bring his justice to light, he faileth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame. 6 I have cut off nations, their battlements are desolate, I have made their streets waste, so that none passeth by, their cities are destroyed, so that there is no man, so that there is no inhabitant. 7 I said, only fear thou me, receive correction, so her dwelling shall not be cut off, according to all that I have appointed concerning her. But they rose early and corrupted all their doings. 8 Therefore wait ye for me, saith Jehovah, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger. For all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. 9 For then will I turn to the peoples of a pure language, that they may all call upon the name of Jehovah, to serve him with one consent. 10 From beyond the rivers of Ethiopia my suppliants, even the daughter of my dispersed, shall bring mine offering. 11 In that day shalt thou not be put to shame for all thy doings, wherein thou hast transgressed against me. For then I will take away out of the midst of thee thy proudly exulting ones, and thou shalt no more be haughty in my holy mountain. 12 But I will leave in the midst of thee an afflicted and poor people, and they shall take refuge in the name of Jehovah. 13 The remnant of Israel shall not do iniquity, nor speak lies, neither shall a deceitful tongue be found in their mouth. For they shall feed and lie down, and none shall make them afraid. 14 Sing, O daughter of Zion, shout, O Israel, be glad and rejoice with all the heart, O daughter of Jerusalem. 15 Jehovah hath taken away thy judgments, he hath cast out thine enemy, the King of Israel, even Jehovah, is in the midst of thee. Thou shalt not fear evil any more. 16 In that day it shall be said to Jerusalem, fear thou not, O Zion, let not thy hands be slack. 17 Jehovah thy God is in the midst of thee, a mighty one who will save. He will rejoice over thee with joy, he will rest in his love, he will joy over thee with singing. 18 I will gather them that sorrow for the solemn assembly, who were of thee, to whom the burden upon her was a reproach. 19 Behold, at that time I will deal with all them that afflict thee, and I will save that which is lame, and gather that which was driven away, and I will make them a praise and a name, whose shame hath been in all the earth. 20 At that time will I bring you in, and at that time will I gather you, for I will make you a name and a praise among all the peoples of the earth, when I bring back your captivity before your eyes, saith Jehovah. Haggai 1 In the 2nd year of Darius the king, in the 6th month, in the 1st day of the month, came the word of Jehovah by Haggai the prophet unto Zerubbabel the son of Shealtiel, governor of Judah, and to Joshua the son of Jehozadak, the high priest, saying, 2 Thus speaketh Jehovah of hosts, saying, This people say, It is not the time for us to come, the time for Jehovah's house to be built. 3 Then came the word of Jehovah by Haggai the prophet, saying, For is it a time for you yourselves to dwell in your sealed houses, while this house lieth waste? 5 Now therefore thus saith Jehovah of hosts, Consider your way. 6 Ye have sown much, and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put it into a bag with holes. 7 Thus saith Jehovah of hosts, Consider your ways. 8 Go up to the mountain, and bring wood, and build the house, and I will take pleasure in it, and I will be glorified, saith Jehovah. 9 Ye looked for much, and, lo, it came to little, and when ye brought it home, I did blow upon it. Why, saith Jehovah of hosts? Because of my house that lieth waste, while ye run every man to his own house. 10 Therefore for your sake the heavens withhold the dew, and the earth withholdeth its fruit. 11 And I called for a drought upon the land, and upon the mountains, and upon the grain, and upon the new wine, and upon the oil, and upon that which the ground bringeth forth, and upon men, and upon cattle, and upon all the labor of the hands. 12 Then Zerubbabel the son of Shealtiel, and Joshua the son of Jehozadak, the high priest, with all the remnant of the people, obeyed the voice of Jehovah their God, and the words of Haggai the prophet, as Jehovah their God had sent him, and the people did fear before Jehovah. 13 Then spake Haggai Jehovah's messenger and Jehovah's message unto the people, saying, I am with you, saith Jehovah. 14 And Jehovah stirred up the spirit of Zerubbabel the son of Shealtiel, governor of Judah, and the spirit of Joshua the son of Jehozadak, the high priest, and the spirit of all the remnant of the people, and they came and did work on the house of Jehovah of hosts, their God. 15 In the 24th day of the month, in the 6th month, in the 2nd year of Darius the king, Haggai 2:1 In the 7th month, in the 21st day of the month, came the word of Jehovah by Haggai the prophet, saying, 2 Speak now to Zerubbabel the son of Shealtiel, governor of Judah, and to Joshua the son of Jehozadak, the high priest, and to the remnant of the people, saying, 3 Who is left among you that saw this house in its former glory, and how do ye see it now? Is it not in your eyes as nothing? For yet now be strong, O Zerubbabel, saith Jehovah, and be strong, O Joshua, son of Jehozadak, the high priest, and be strong, all ye people of the land, saith Jehovah, and work, for I am with you, saith Jehovah of hosts. 5 According to the word that I covenanted with you when ye came out of Egypt, and my spirit abode among you, fear ye not. 6 For thus saith Jehovah of hosts, yet once, it is a little while, and I will shake the heavens, and the earth, and the sea, and the dry land. 7 And I will shake all nations, and the precious things of all nations shall come, and I will fill this house with glory, saith Jehovah of hosts. 8 The silver is mine, and the gold is mine, saith Jehovah of hosts. 9 The latter glory of this house shall be greater than the former, saith Jehovah of hosts, and in this place will I give peace, saith Jehovah of hosts. 10 In the 24th day of the 9th month, in the 2nd year of Darius, came the word of Jehovah by Haggai the prophet, saying, 11 Thus saith Jehovah of hosts, ask now the priests concerning the law, saying, 12 If one bear holy flesh in the skirt of his garment, and with his skirt do touch bread, or pottage, or wine, or oil, or any food, shall it become holy? And the priests answered and said, Number 13 Then said Haggai, if one that is unclean by reason of a dead body touch any of these, shall it be unclean? And the priests answered and said, It shall be unclean. 14 Then answered Haggai and said, So is this people, and so is this nation before me, saith Jehovah, and so is every work of their hands, and that which they offer there is unclean. 15 And now, I pray you, consider from this day and backward, before a stone was laid upon a stone in the temple of Jehovah. 16 Through all that time, when one came to a heap of 20 measures, there were but 10, when one came to the Winnowit to draw out 50 vessels, there were but 20. 17 I smote you with blasting and with mildew and with hail in all the work of your hands, yet ye turned not to me, saith Jehovah. 18 Consider, I pray you, from this day and backward, from the 24th day of the 9th month, since the day that the foundation of Jehovah's temple was laid, consider it. 19 Is the seed yet in the barnyard, the vine, and the fig tree, and the pomegranate, and the olive tree have not brought forth? From this day will I bless you. 20 And the word of Jehovah came the second time unto Haggai in the 24th day of the month, saying, 21 Speak to Zerubbabel, governor of Judah, saying, I will shake the heavens and the earth. 22 And I will overthrow the throne of kingdoms, and I will destroy the strength of the kingdoms of the nations, and I will overthrow the chariots, and those that ride in them, and the horses and their riders shall come down, every one by the sword of his brother. 23 In that day, saith Jehovah of hosts, will I take thee, O Zerubbabel, my servant, the son of Shealtiel, saith Jehovah, and will make thee as a signet, for I have chosen thee, saith Jehovah of hosts. In the 2nd year of Darius, came the word of Jehovah unto Zechariah the son of Berechiah, the son of Iddo, the prophet, saying, 2 Jehovah was sore displeased with your fathers. 3 Therefore say thou unto them, Thus saith Jehovah of hosts, Return unto me, saith Jehovah of hosts, and I will return unto you, saith Jehovah of hosts. 4 Be ye not as your fathers, unto whom the former prophets cried, saying, Thus saith Jehovah of hosts, Return ye now from your evil ways, and from your evil doings. But they did not hear, nor hearken unto me, saith Jehovah. 5 Your fathers, where are they in the prophets? Do they live forever? 6 But my words and my statutes, which I commanded my servants the prophets, did they not overtake your fathers? And they turned and said, Like as Jehovah of hosts thought to do unto us, according to our ways, and according to our doings, so hath he dealt with us. 7 Upon the 24th day of the 11th month, which is the month Shabbat, in the 2nd year of Darius, came the word of Jehovah unto Zechariah the son of Berechiah, the son of Iddo, the prophet, saying, 8 I saw in the night, and, behold, a man riding upon a red horse, and he stood among the myrtle trees that were in the bottom, and behind him there were horses, red, sorrel, and white. 9 Then said I, O my Lord, what are these? And the angel that talked with me said unto me, I will show thee what these are. 10 And the man that stood among the myrtle trees answered and said, These are they whom Jehovah hath sent to walk to and fro through the earth. 11 And they answered the angel of Jehovah that stood among the myrtle trees, and said, We have walked to and fro through the earth, and, behold, all the earth sitteth still, and is at rest. 12 Then the angel of Jehovah answered and said, O Jehovah of hosts, How long wilt thou not have mercy on Jerusalem and on the cities of Judah, against which thou hast had indignation these 60 years? 13 And Jehovah answered the angel that talked with me with good words, even comfortable words. 14 So the angel that talked with me said unto me, Cry thou, saying, Thus saith Jehovah of hosts, I am jealous for Jerusalem and for Zion with a great jealousy that are at ease, for I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction. 16 Therefore thus saith Jehovah, I am returned to Jerusalem with mercies, my house shall be built in it, saith Jehovah of hosts, and a line shall be stretched forth over Jerusalem. 17 Cry yet again, saying, Thus saith Jehovah of hosts, my city shall yet overflow with prosperity, and Jehovah shall yet comfort Zion, and shall yet choose Jerusalem. 18 And I lifted up mine eyes, and saw, and, behold, 4 horns. 19 And I said unto the angel that talked with me, What are these? And he answered me, These are the horns which have scattered Judah, Israel, and Jerusalem. 20 And Jehovah showed me 4 smiths. 21 Then said I, What come these to do? And he spake, saying, These are the horns which scattered Judah, so that no man did lift up his head, but these are come to terrify them, to cast down the horns of the nations, which lifted up their horn against the land of Judah to scatter it. Zechariah 2:1 And I lifted up mine eyes, and saw, and, behold, a man with a measuring line in his hand. 2 Then said I, Whither goest thou? And he said unto me, To measure Jerusalem, to see what is the breadth thereof, and what is the length thereof. 3 And, behold, the angel that talked with me went forth, and another angel went out to meet him. 4 And said unto him, Run, speak to this young man, saying, Jerusalem shall be inhabited as villages without walls, by reason of the multitude of men and cattle therein. 5 For I, saith Jehovah, will be unto her a wall of fire round about, and I will be the glory in the midst of her. 6 Ho, flee from the land of the north, saith Jehovah, for I have spread you abroad as the 4 winds of the heavens, saith Jehovah. 7 Ho Zion, escape, thou that dwellest with the daughter of baby. Long 8 For thus saith Jehovah of hosts, after glory hath he sent me unto the nations which plundered you, for he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of his eye. 9 For, behold, I will shake my hand over them, and they shall be a spoil to those that served them, and ye shall know that Jehovah of hosts hath sent me. 10 Sing and rejoice, O daughter of Zion, for, lo, I come, and I will dwell in the midst of thee, saith Jehovah. 11 And many nations shall join themselves to Jehovah in that day, and shall be my people, and I will dwell in the midst of thee, and thou shalt know that Jehovah of hosts has sent me unto thee. 12 And Jehovah shall inherit Judah as his portion in the Holy Land, and shall yet choose Jerusalem. 13 Be silent, all flesh, before Jehovah, for he is waked up out of his holy habitation. Zechariah 3:1 And he showed me Joshua the high priest standing before the angel of Jehovah, and Satan standing at his right hand to be his adversary. 2 And Jehovah said unto Satan, Jehovah rebuke thee, O Satan, yea, Jehovah that hath chosen Jerusalem rebuke thee. Is not this a brand plucked out of the fire? 3 Now Joshua was clothed with filthy garments, and was standing before the angel. 4 And he answered and spake unto those that stood before him, saying, Take the filthy garments from off him. And unto him he said, Behold, I have caused thine iniquity. To Joshua, saying, 7 Thus saith Jehovah of hosts, If thou wilt walk in my ways, and if thou wilt keep my charge, then thou also shalt judge my house, and shalt also keep my courts, and I will give thee a place of access among these that stand by. 8 Hear now, O Joshua the high priest, thou and thy fellows that sit before thee, for they are men that are assigned. For, behold, I will bring forth my servant the branch. 9 For, behold, the stone that I have set before Joshua, upon one stone are 7 eyes. Behold, I will engrave the graving thereof, saith Jehovah of hosts, and I will remove the iniquity of that land in 1 day. 10 In that day, saith Jehovah of hosts, shall ye invite every man his neighbor under the vine and under the fig tree. Zechariah 4:1 And the angel that talked with me came again, and waked me, as a man that is wakened out of his sleep. 2 And he said unto me, What sayest thou? And I said, I have seen, and, behold, a candlestick all of gold, with its bowl upon the top of it, and its 7 lamps thereon. There are 7 pipes to each of the lamps, which are upon the top thereof, 3 and 2 olive trees by it, one upon the right side of the bowl, and the other upon the left side thereof. 4 And I answered and spake to the angel that talked with me, saying, What are these, my Lord? 5 Then the angel that talked with me answered and said unto me, Knowest thou not what these are? And I said, No, my Lord. 6 Then he answered and spake unto me, saying, This is the word of Jehovah unto Zerubbabel, saying, Not by might, nor by power, but by my spirit, saith Jehovah of hosts. 7 Who art thou, O great mountain? Before Zerubbabel thou shalt become a plain, and he shall bring forth the top stone with shoutings of grace, grace, unto it. 8 Moreover the word of Jehovah came unto me, saying, 9 The hands of Zerubbabel have laid the foundation of this house, his hands shall also finish it, and thou shalt know that Jehovah of hosts hath sent me unto you. 10 For who hath despised the day of small things? For these 7 shall rejoice, and shall see the plummet in the hand of Zerubbabel. These are the eyes of Jehovah, which run to and fro through the whole earth. 11 Then answered I, and said unto him, What are these 2 olive trees upon the right side of the candlestick, and upon the left side thereof? 12 And I answered the second time, and said unto him, What are these 2 olive branches, which are beside the 2 golden spouts, that empty the golden oil out of themselves? 13 And he answered me and said, Knowest thou not what these are? And I said, No, my Lord. 14 And said he, These are the 2 anointed ones, that stand by the Lord of the whole earth. Zechariah 5, 1 Then again I lifted up mine eyes, and saw, and, behold, a flying roll. 2 And he said unto me, What saidst thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll, the length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits. 3 Then said he unto me, This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole land. For every one that stealeth shall be cut off on the one side according to it, and every one that sweareth shall be cut off on the other side according to it. For I will cause it to go forth, saith Jehovah of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief, and into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name, and it shall abide in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof and the stones thereof. 5 Then the angel that talked with me went forth, and said unto me, Lift up now thine eyes, and see what is this that goeth forth. 6 And I said, What is it? And he said, This is the ephah that goeth forth. He said moreover, This is their appearance in all the land. 7 And, behold, there was lifted up a talent of lead, and this is a woman sitting in the midst of the ephah. 8 And he said, This is wickedness. And he cast her down into the midst of the ephah, and he cast the weight of lead upon the mouth thereof. 9 Then lifted I up mine eyes, and saw, and, behold, there came forth 2 women, and the wind was in their wings. Now they had wings like the wings of a stork, and they lifted up the ephah between earth and heaven. 10 Then said I to the angel that talked with me, Whither do these bear the ephah? 11 And he said unto me, To build her a house in the land of Shinar, and when it is prepared, she shall be set there in her own place. Zechariah 6, 1 And again I lifted up mine eyes, and saw, and, behold, there came 4 chariots out from between 2 mountains, and the mountains were mountains of brass. 2 In the first chariot were red horses, and in the second chariot black horses. 3 And in the third chariot white horses, and in the fourth chariot grizzled strong horses. 4 Then I answered and said unto the angel that talked with me, What are these, my Lord? 5 And the angel answered and said unto me, These are the 4 winds of heaven, which go forth from standing before the Lord of all the earth. 6 The chariot wherein are the black horses goeth forth toward the north country, and the white went forth after them, and the grizzled went forth toward the south country. 7 And the strong went forth, and sought to go that they might walk to and fro through the earth. And he said, Get you hence, walk to and fro through the earth. So they walked to and fro through the earth. 8 Then cried he to me, and spake unto me, saying, Behold, they that go toward the north country have quieted my spirit in the north country. 9 And the word of Jehovah came unto me, saying, 10 Take of them of the captivity, even of Heldai, of Tabijah, and of Jedaiah, and come thou the same day, and go into the house of Josiah the son of Zephaniah, whither they are come from Babylon. 11 Yea, take of them silver and gold, and make crowns, and set them upon the head of Joshua the son of Jehozadak, the high priest. 12 And speak unto him, saying, Thus speaketh Jehovah of hosts, saying, Behold, the man whose name is the branch, and he shall grow up out of his place, and he shall build the temple of Jehovah, 13 Even he shall build the temple of Jehovah, and he shall bear the glory, and shall sit and rule upon his throne, and he shall be a priest upon his throne, and the counsel of peace shall be between them both. 14 And the crowns shall be to Helan, and to Tobijah, and to Jedaiah, and to Hen the son of Zephaniah, for a memorial in the temple of Jehovah. 15 And they that are far off shall come and build in the temple of Jehovah, and ye shall know that Jehovah of hosts hath sent me unto you. And this shall come to pass, if ye will diligently obey the voice of Jehovah your God. Zechariah 7:1 And it came to pass in the 4th year of King Darius, that the word of Jehovah came unto Zechariah in the 4th day of the 9th month, even in Chil 2. Now they of Bethel had sent Sherezer and Regem-melech, and their men, to entreat the favor of Jehovah. 3 And to speak unto the priests of the house of Jehovah of hosts, and to the prophets, saying, Should I weep in the 5th month, separating myself, as I have done these so many years? For then came the word of Jehovah of hosts unto me, saying, 5 Speak unto all the people of the land, and to the priests, saying, When ye fasted and mourned in the 5th and in the 7th month, even these 70 years, did ye at all fast unto me, even to me? 6 And when ye eat, and when ye drink, do not ye eat for yourselves, and drink for yourselves. 7 Should ye not hear the words which Jehovah cried by the former prophets, when Jerusalem was inhabited and in prosperity, and the cities thereof round about her, and the south and the lowland were inhabited? 8 And the word of Jehovah came unto Zechariah, saying, 9 Thus hath Jehovah of hosts spoken, saying, Execute true judgment, and show kindness and compassion every man to his brother. 10 And oppress not the widow, nor the fatherless, the sojourner, nor the poor, and let none of you devise evil against his brother in your heart. 11 But they refused to hearken, and pulled away the shoulder, and stopped their ears, that they might not hear. 12 Yea, they made their hearts as an adamant stone, lest they should hear the law, and the words which Jehovah of hosts had sent by his Spirit by the former prophets. Therefore there came great wrath from Jehovah of hosts. 13 And it is come to pass that, as he cried, and they would not hear, so they shall cry, and I will not hear, saith Jehovah of hosts. 14 But I will scatter them with the whirlwind among all the nations which they have not known. Thus the land was desolate after them, so that no man passed through nor returned, for they laid the pleasant land desolate. Zechariah 8:1 And the word of Jehovah of hosts came to me, saying, 2 Thus saith Jehovah of hosts, I am jealous for Zion with great jealousy, and I am jealous for her with great wrath. 3 Thus saith Jehovah, I am returned unto Zion, and will dwell in the midst of Jerusalem, and Jerusalem shall be called the city of truth, and the mountain of Jehovah of hosts, the holy mountain. For thus saith Jehovah of hosts, there shall yet old men and old women dwell in the streets of Jerusalem, every man with his staff in his hand for very age. 5 And the streets of the city shall be full of boys and girls playing in the streets thereof. 6 Thus saith Jehovah of hosts, if it be marvelous in the eyes of the remnant of this people in those days, should it also be marvelous in mine eyes, saith Jehovah of hosts. 7 Thus saith Jehovah of hosts, behold, I will save my people from the east country, and from the west country. 8 And I will bring them, and they shall dwell in the midst of Jerusalem, and they shall be my people, and I will be their God, in truth and in righteousness. 9 Thus saith Jehovah of hosts, let your hands be strong, ye that hear in these days these words from the mouth of the prophets that were in the day that the foundation of the house of Jehovah of hosts was laid, even the temple, that it might be built. 10 For before those days there was no hire for man, nor any hire for beast, neither was there any peace to him that went out or came in, because of the adversary. For I set all men every one against his neighbor. 11 But now I will not be unto the remnant of this people as in the former days, saith Jehovah of hosts. 12 For there shall be the seed of peace, the vine shall give its fruit, and the ground shall give its increase, and the heavens shall give their dew, and I will cause the remnant of this people to inherit all these things. 13 And it shall come to pass that, as ye were a curse among the nations, O house of Judah and house of Israel, so will I save you, and ye shall be a blessing. Fear not, but let your hands be strong. 14 For thus saith Jehovah of hosts, as I thought to do evil unto you, when your fathers provoked me to wrath, saith Jehovah of hosts, and I repented not. 15 So again have I thought in these days to do good unto Jerusalem and to the house of Judah. Fear ye not. 16 These are the things that ye shall do. Speak ye every man the truth with his neighbor, execute the judgment of truth and peace in your gates. 17 And let none of you devise evil in your hearts against his neighbor, and love no false oath, for all these are things that I hate, saith Jehovah. 18 And the word of Jehovah of hosts came unto me, saying, 19 Thus saith Jehovah of hosts, the fast of the 4th month, and the fast of the 5th, and the fast of the 7th, and the fast of the 10th, shall be to the house of Judah joy and gladness, and cheerful feasts. Therefore love truth and peace. 20 Thus saith Jehovah of hosts, it shall yet come to pass, that there shall come peoples, and the inhabitants of many cities. 21 And the inhabitants of one city shall go to another, saying, Let us go speedily to entreat the favor of Jehovah, and to seek Jehovah of hosts. I will go also. 22 Yeah, many peoples and strong nations shall come to seek Jehovah of hosts in Jerusalem, and to entreat the favor of Jehovah. 23 Thus saith Jehovah of hosts, in those days it shall come to pass, that 10 men shall take hold, out of all the languages of the nations, they shall take hold of the skirt of him that is a Jew, saying, We will go with you, for we have heard that God is with you. Zechariah 9:1 The burden of the word of Jehovah upon the land of Hadrach, and Damascus shall be its resting place, for the eye of man and of all the tribes of Israel is toward Jehovah. 2 And Hamath also, which bordereth thereon, Tyre and Sidon, because they are very wise. 3 And Tyre did build herself a stronghold, and heaped up silver as the dust, and fine gold as the mire of the streets. 4 Behold, the Lord will dispossess her, and he will smite her power in the sea, and she shall be devoured with fire. 5 Ashkelon shall see it, and fear, Gaza also, and shall be sore pain, and Ekron, for her expectation shall be put to shame, and the king shall perish from Gaza, and Ashkelon shall not be inhabited. 6 And a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod, and I will cut off the pride of the Philistines. 7 And I will take away his blood out of his mouth, and his abominations from between his teeth, and he also shall be a remnant for our God, and he shall be as a chieftain in Judah, and Ekron is a Jebusite. 8 And I will encamp about my house against the army, that none pass through or return, and no oppressor shall pass through them any more, for now have I seen with mine eyes. 9 Rejoice greatly, O daughter of Zion, shout, O daughter of Jerusalem, behold, thy king cometh unto thee, he is just, and having salvation, lowly, and riding upon an ass, even upon a colt the foal of an ass. 10 And I will cut off the chariot from Ephraim, and the horse from Jerusalem, and the battle bow shall be cut off, and he shall speak peace unto the nations, and his dominion shall be from sea to sea, and from the river to the ends of the earth. 11 As for thee also, because of the blood of thy covenant I have set free thy prisoners from the pit wherein is no water. 12 Turn you to the stronghold, ye prisoners of hope, even today do I declare that I will render double unto thee. 13 For I have bent Judah for me, I have filled the bow with Ephraim, and I will stir up thy sons, O Zion, against thy sons, O Greece, and will make thee as the sword of a mighty man. 14 And Jehovah shall be seen over them, and his arrow shall go forth as the lightning, and the Lord Jehovah will blow the trumpet, and will go with whirlwinds of the south. 15 Jehovah of hosts will defend them, and they shall devour, and shall tread down the sling stones, and they shall drink, and make a noises through wine, and they shall be filled like bowls, like the corners of the altar. 16 And Jehovah their God will save them in that day as the flock of his people, for they shall be as the stones of a crown, lifted on high over his land. 17 For how great is his goodness, and how great is his beauty. Grain shall make the young men flourish, and new wine the virgins. Zechariah 10:1 Ask ye of Jehovah rain in the time of the latter rain, even of Jehovah that maketh lightnings, and he will give them showers of rain, to every one grass in the field. 2 For the teraphim have spoken vanity, and the diviners have seen a lie, and they have told false dreams, they comfort in vain, therefore they go their way like sheep, they are afflicted, because there is no shepherd. 3 Mine anger is kindled against the shepherds, and I will punish the he-goats, for Jehovah of hosts hath visited his flock, the house of Judah, and will make them as his goodly horse in the battle. 4 From him shall come forth the corner stone, from him the nail, from him the battle bow, from him every ruler together. 5 And they shall be as mighty men, treading down their enemies in the mire of the streets in the battle, and they shall fight, because Jehovah is with them, and the riders on horses shall be confounded. 6 And I will strengthen the house of Judah, and I will save the house of Joseph, and I will bring them back, for I have mercy upon them, and they shall be as though I had not cast them off, for I am Jehovah their God, and I will hear them. 7 And they of Ephraim shall be like a mighty man, and their heart shall rejoice as through wine, yeah, their children shall see it, and rejoice, their heart shall be glad in Jehovah. 8 I will hiss for them, and gather them, for I have redeemed them, and they shall increase as they have increased. 9 And I will sow them among the peoples, and they shall remember me in far countries, and they shall live with their children, and shall return. 10 I will bring them again also out of the land of Egypt, and gather them out of Assyria, and I will bring them into the land of Gilead and Lebanon, and place shall not be found for them. 11 And he will pass through the sea of affliction, and will smite the waves in the sea, and all the depths of the Nile shall dry up, and the pride of Assyria shall be brought down, and the scepter of Egypt shall depart. 12 And I will strengthen them in Jehovah, and they shall walk up and down in his name, saith Jehovah. Zechariah 11:1 Open thy doors, O Lebanon, that the fire may devour thy cedars. 2 Wail, O for tree, for the cedar is fallen, because the goodly ones are destroyed. Wail, O ye oaks of Bashan, for the strong forest is come down. 3 A voice of the wailing of the shepherds, for their glory is destroyed. A voice of the roaring of young lions, for the pride of the Jordan is laid waste. 4 Thus said Jehovah my God, feed the flock of slaughter, 5 Whose possessors slay them, and hold themselves not guilty, and they that sell them say, Blessed be Jehovah, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not. 6 For I will no more pity the inhabitants of the land, saith Jehovah, but, lo, I will deliver the men every one into his neighbor's hand, and into the hand of his king, and they shall smite the land, and out of their hand I will not deliver them. 7 So I fed the flock of slaughter, verily the poor of the flock, and I took unto me 2 staves, the one I called Beauty, and the other I called Bands, and I fed the flock. 8 And I cut off the 3 shepherds in one month, for my soul was weary of them, and their soul also loathed me. 9 Then said I will not feed you, that which died, let it die, and that which is to be cut off, let it be cut off, and let them that are left eat every one the flesh of another. 10 And I took my staff Beauty, and cut it asunder, that I might break my covenant which I had made with all the peoples. 11 And it was broken in that day, and thus the poor of the flock that gave heed unto me knew that it was the word of Jehovah. 12 And I said unto them, If ye think good, give me my hire, and if not, forbear. So they weighed for my hire 30 pieces of silver. 13 And Jehovah said unto me, Cast it unto the potter, the goodly price that I was prized at by them. And I took the 30 pieces of silver, and cast them unto the potter, in the house of Jehovah. 14 Then I cut asunder mine other staff, even Bands, that I might break the brotherhood between Judah and Israel. 15 And Jehovah said unto me, Take unto thee yet again the instrument of the foolish shepherd. 16 For, lo, I will raise up a shepherd in the land, who will not visit those that are cut off, neither will seek those that are scattered, nor heal that which is broken, nor feed that which is sound, but he will eat the flesh of the fat sheep, and will tear their hoofs in pieces. 17 Woe to the worthless shepherd that leaveth the flock, the sword shall be upon his arm, and a